get
Okay,
all
so
the comments that I had.
that's not a me problem though. That's an
No,
us problem. Okay.
yeah, no, I'm not hardwired in, so I
Yeah, that was your excuse last time, Erwin.
no, because I'm still in the living room. I'm on a kitchen counter looking at the living room, and I have no wire here, so it looks like we all got bumped out. I already put it live again, so we're gonna give it time to put everybody back in. But they're gonna have
Okay.
to jump in a new show, which sucks. Ugh.
Bummer. And
Ho-
I
ho-
think that was a question people might have wanted to hear the answer
yeah, they
to.
wanted to hear the answer. Hold on a second. Let me double check something. No, he's on the stairs. So I have a contractor downstairs doing work. I don't think he hit any plugs or anything, but we are. It definitely kicked us out, and we had to start over again.
I just clicked the thing. It looks like we might be up. Is that
Yeah,
us
we
up?
are.
Is
I,
that
I
good?
put us I put us back up immediately, but everybody has
Okay.
to jump back in.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
EUC Vibes. I hope
He's-
Roger hosts a race clinic.
so EUC Vibe says show cut the stream. That's funny. He heard your answer and he cut the stream.
Mhm.
So Ben Sincheri said, I thought it was something I did. No, it wasn't you, Ben. I don't even know what happened. All of a sudden, the show just cut out. So I think my
Don't,
internet
don't
must have
say
went.
show cut out. I saw that at
Yeah, my
AMP.
this show cut out, not that
Okay.
show didn't cut this out. He said Alien Ride hackers cut the stream once show was mentioned. Tread lightly. Yo, you're funny, dude. Oh, that's why. Oh, shizzle. Hold on a second. I forgot I gotta change that. Damn it. Okay. Oh, oh, this is upsetting. All right. I do me a favor, Roger. I'm gonna ask you a question, and while you're answering it, I am going to edit the other thing because it went live under a different title, so no people are not going to be able to see it.
I'll
So
get ready to speak slowly.
no, what I want to know is how long have you been writing? We talked about that, but the other thing is the charger that you created. I wanted to talk about that. I hadn't gotten to that yet.
All right.
So
Well, I'll
tell me
finish the
about
first
that.
question. So the first question of how long I've been writing, I said when I started, but there's a big difference between just like going to do bank deposits on the wheel and actually riding. So I didn't really start riding until Marty's 2020 tour, the first EUC tour that Marty was hosting, like when COVID was catching on. Marty decided to do a super spreader event, and I wanted to join. So I had ordered a Sherman, and it showed up like the week before, and I guess I discovered pretty quickly that I was actually a pretty good rider. So I'd never ridden with another person that had an EUC ever. So that was my first group ride, my first time seeing other people on an EUC. Besides, when I was in Hong Kong once, I saw a guy go up the street, and that was it. So, but yeah, so I was just like going wherever, whatever, always whatever I could do. And when we went to do the Fullerton day, I told, because I used to mountain bike there, so I said to everybody there, "Hey, if you want to see the fun lines, follow me." And I guess I ended up taking a lot of people out one by one that did follow me. They were crashed. So it's the same Fullerton loop that it is now. It feels so easy now, but for people that are beginner, it was challenging. Um, and yeah, I made that day very memorable for a lot of people. So, but
Yeah,
yeah, that
not
was.
not always in a good way, apparently.
Oh, they remember it, and memories are always good. So,
Sure, sure.
all right, but then the charger. So the the charger, I wanted a charger for myself. So there wasn't one that was exactly right for me. So I got one of those Delta power supply things, and I modded it just a bit for charger use. And then other people wanted them, so I started hooking up the local community with them. And then I made some more changes to the charger that would make it a little bit easier for the general population to swallow. So it has knobs for voltage and current, and nice display on the front. And I gave one to Marty. Well, I'm sure I sold one to Marty, and he made a video about it. And then I got very busy because it's a freaking good charger. There's like no microcontrollers, no nothing to go wrong. I mean, if you're in the chat and you've had one fail, let me know, because so far nobody has told me that theirs has failed, and I've sold probably 65 of them already.
Wow.
And I have now finished the work to do the version 3 charger, and the version 2 charger, the factory is putting everything together for me, and they're doing the way I make the cables and all that stuff. But the version 3, they're telling me is too complicated and above their pay grade. So
to make?
yeah, so I've made a few
Wow.
of them here myself, but they do take longer. But I was gonna pay them extra for the extra work, but
Right.
I don't know. I might need to get some extra assistance elsewhere for the V3 charger to become a thing. The V3 charger is kind of cool. There's a switch. The first position is 84 volts, then 100 volts, then 126 volts, then 134 volts. So there's no knobs or anything, and you just select the voltage, then plug in your wheel, and you're off to the races. So
Well, that's the hardest part for me, for those type chargers is I'm not the guy who's like all into that, the voltage regulation and this and that. So to you it's super easy, but to some of us that's a lot to have to turn this and turn that and do this and do that. We just like to plug it in and go. So
yeah, all in the right order. So far there have been 2 issues that I don't know if they were created from the charger, but it was from people that plugged the cable in. You know, it
mhm.
only goes in one way, right? Somehow 2 people have managed to get it like upside down and short out the voltage distribution board on a master. So 2 masters gone. I think Sam Clegg was one of them,
Wow.
who I helped get back up to speed for AVS. But yeah, at AVS I got him running. I got Turbo running. Cooler Joe. But yeah, I helped get a few wheels that were offline running for
Well, that's good,
people.
because that it's not easy. Well, I'm saying, like I said, for me, because I had one previously. I have another one um, from Panda, and when you got to turn this and turn that and set this and set that, I never remember. By the time I go to use it, I'm like, how do you do that again? So I
Okay, so
always
Panda is Archie, right?
yes, Archie.
Okay, so now you've got both chargers. His
hmm
charger has the displays. I think they're a little bit brighter, and they're next to the knob on the front. Um, so his costs a bit more, but they
hmm
do the same thing more or less. But which one do you prefer?
Well, that's the thing is I haven't really got a chance to use them both, because right now my wheels are stacked up in the corner of my garage because I'm having construction done in the basement. So I have nothing set up. I can't even get to my equipment. So I haven't ridden in weeks, and I haven't had to charge. So I haven't had a chance to really use it yet. So, but I will let you know, because I was planning on calling you when I went to go use it to talk to you about it, and I will let you know. So, but I know that even he said that yours was a little bit better. So we'll see.
He wouldn't say that. There's no way he would say that.
Okay, he said it to
he,
me,
he might
and
say
not
it's
in those
similar.
words, and not that way. But let's just say that we talked about the differences, and he said if I wanted to get yours, then that's fine. He would sell mine to somebody else for me, the one that I got from him, because one of the things that was better was that his only went to 100 volts, I think, or
120, I think it's rated
120, yeah,
for,
just
but
over. It didn't do 134 volts, so, and it didn't do 126 volts. So that's
so you can change the software on it to get it to 126, but yeah, mine will go to like 146, but I tell people it's 140 because
yeah,
140 is more than enough.
yeah. Well, um, well, now I got a couple questions in the chat here. I did wanted to address that. I know I was switching what it said on the stream, and just so you guys got clarification, when the stream cut out, I just hit go live, and when I hit go live, it goes to a generic title that's there, and the one with the fees was the generic title that was still up there. So people were smart enough to be able to jump back in it, but I now added the picture in the thumbnail from this one, and I added part 2 on it and put that up so people, hopefully everybody will find their way back. But yeah, we got cut out and I hit go live right away to get everybody back, and me and Roger was frozen and everybody was out of the chat, and I was like, what happened? So I think I had an internet hiccup on this end, so my apologies. I hope we didn't lose anybody along the way. I know we lost the stats because now it's gonna go from however long to half the the length. I like to see how long it was and how many people and all that good stuff afterwards. But anyway, welcome back, everybody. I'm glad everybody's able to jump back in. I appreciate it. I see all the people that were here before. And yes, I was able to change the name, so everybody should be able to find us. Oh, Mickey's in the house. What's up, Mickey? He said, nice logo on your shirt. I assume you're talking about the Knight Riders over there.
Yeah, he'll say nice logo for the shirt because one of his buddies from way back is actually the guy that designed it.
Oh, nice. So, Devo said, hey, Roger, how did you come up with the name Roger EUC? And Seth said, yo, Devo's asking the tough questions.
It's a good one.
Excuse me. Oh, E-Rider A. What's going on, man? I meant to say what's up. Late as usual.
Brett.
You're here. Brett is here in the house. Yeah, so the Charger, I can't wait. Oh, here's somebody else. This is who I meant to bring up. Maribel Vargas. That woman is fast. So Maribel is somebody else who's definitely in the conversation when we talk about speed. I really wanted to see you and Maribel and Show all out there at the same time.
Okay, so I not to be like demeaning or anything, but we're Show and I are kind of a different class. I mean, going around the track,
Yep.
we were both passing Maribel like I don't know, time and time again. It's a different thing.
Yeah. And when I guess when she went in the joint class, I'm trying to think who was the fastest person in that class besides her. Because she killed it when she was out there. She did a hell of a job.
But my buddy Brian, I think, might have been second for a good long while, and then towards the end of the whole race, he wobbled out like on one of the last turns, and he ended up in fifth, I think. But that sort of sucks when that happens.
Yeah. Well, like I say about football, in football I say any given Sunday, you never know. And in racing, any race, you don't know. You may hit a patch of dirt. You may you may wobble at the wrong time. It takes a lot of things to come together for the race, but it definitely takes those nerves of steel, that concentration, that focus, and that really good riding. And all the practicing that apparently you were doing seems to pay off. Do you remember your numbers from the year before at AVS?
Yeah, I think my fastest time was 125 from video, but in qualification, I think I had a 127. So I was 10 seconds faster
That's
this
crazy.
time around than before. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a lot
but
when it comes
it's
to racing.
also equipment and everything. I was on an original Sherman with the tire that Ron Lyon said was the crappiest tire that there was. So anyway.
So Russell Kellogg says, where does one order the charger from?
So I think I'm about out of this current batch. I'm probably going to order more parts come tomorrow, and it'll be a few weeks until I have another batch ready to go. So my Telegram channel. So I'd say go find Marty Backey's channel about the charger, and there's a link to my Telegram channel there. I try to make it as difficult as possible because I'm only one man.
you you got problems, Roger. So E Rider A says Toronto is having a watch party for the M10 games. I love it, man. I love it. That's fantastic. Let's go. A watch party for the M10 games. I like it. Francisco says, "Wait up, Cobra. You're not in your basement. No, man, it ain't done yet. He's working on it right now. I can hear him through the door. It's still being worked on. So my entire basement is piled in the dining room right next to me here, and I'm on my kitchen counter, and you can see the living room behind me. Um, yeah, so not yet. It's gonna take a little while for it to be finished, but it's getting there. I picked
Yeah.
up paint yesterday.
I've got a little studio that I was thinking that this would be the first time I'd get to use it, but mine's not ready yet either, and it's like two rooms that way. But got all this neon stuff set up, and there's wheels all over the place. And anyway, next time, next year after AVS, I'll be a guest on your show again.
There you go. Yeah, we'll do another one.
I got to take my camera or my microphone though.
He's got a nice brand new mic, shiny and new, and looking all good there. Of course, he did have it backwards, but we're good now.
I don't know what backwards is. Yeah.
So, two questions on the 100-volt M104. Okay. So the duck status has a couple questions. Why and how fast does it go?
Okay, that's David. He's a buddy of mine. So the why. So by the way, so I did not create the firmware for that wheel. That was Bill, who's freestyler, and he actually just created a firmware that'll go even higher than the 100 volts. But I think I'm good sticking with 100 volts because I don't want to fry the frickin' thing.
Right.
It seems super stable and safe at 100 volts, and it seems like the hardware was made to handle it. So that's the why. And how fast? I don't know. I haven't really gone much over 25 with it. I'm just trying to, because every time I've tested it, I'm just like I'm wearing t-shirt
Yeah.
and my yoga pants. So yeah, it's just I don't know. If I suit up, I might give it a little extra oomph. But this is I don't want to practice too much because I don't want to have that same unfair advantage I had over Wheelie Brady at AVS. So we'll give him a chance this time. He's coming out with an M10 III with the God Mod box.
Oh my God.
Do you guys know what that's all about?
No, but I'm sure you can tell us. Talk to me.
Well, nobody ever told me, but I can tell you what I assume it's all about. So I'm thinking it is a bank of low resistance capacitors that are in the box that, so when your wheel cuts out, it's because those capacitors get drained below a certain point. Your main board just says sayonara and it stops trying to balance. So that the God mod, it'll give you a little bit of extra time at full tilt. It'll give you a little bit of extra oomph if you land a jump wrong. It does something. So he's got probably 20 of them inside of that little lunchbox that he's carrying around, and that should give him a bit of extra lean.
Uh-huh.
So,
And he's got it on an
but
M10 III, you said?
he's got it on an M10 III that's running at 84 volts. So I still think that my let's see, what do I got going on? I've got an 8S4. Wait, I'm sorry, a 24S 4P battery of monocells going to my M10 IV. Um, I'm leaning towards me on that particular one as
So
far as pure wheel to wheel goes.
so how fast do you think you can get it up to?
30.
I
So I mean,
I don't
it
know that
free
I could.
spins at 44. So if you put Dawn on it, she'll probably take it up to 38, 39. But I'm not doing that.
So Mickey said Cobra says that girl is fast, Maribel, and Roger says ladies can't beat me. That's not what he said. He said that
Well,
he was
at
passing
AVS, I
her.
say ladies can't beat me at AVS, not yet. When one comes around, I'll be super impressed.
Oh, so just so you know, Maribel says, "I'm coming for you, Roger."
And I believe her. That girl's going to keep practicing. She's only going to get better and better. And anyway, I had a big old lunch today and big fancy dinner coming up tonight, and
Well, you
probably
better
2.5 pies for dessert.
shave all that off when it's time to race her because she weighs a lot less and she's ready.
That's what I'm saying. It
Oh
does take
man.
something to actually muscle that wheel around those turns.
Hmm.
Anybody that was at AVS that was putting down like the sub 122 lap times, they'll tell you that going around that long counterclockwise turn before the end,
Yep.
your leg is dying after that. It takes a lot out of you.
Yeah, it does. It does. I know that every time I leaned on the either wheel going around those turns, I'm like, mm-mm. I just kept going, mm-mm. Like I cannot race this track. I just not competitive. I'm just I would never be competitive. My heart just ain't in it. All I could think of is me falling. I'm like, mm-mm, mm-mm. So EUC
10 seconds. I'll
said,
be right back.
okay, go ahead. Um, you could be Chris. You could be demolishing my whole house, and I'll find a way to ride. So, Chris, I hear you, but and I feel it every time I open the garage and look at both my Master and my Monster Pro. I want to go out and ride, but it's not just the fact that everything is everywhere, and I don't even have access to all my gear downstairs because my coats are behind one of the walls that we're building, so I can't even get to my lazy rolling jackets. I mean, I guess I could crawl through there and get it if I really needed to, but my jackets are on one side. I don't even know where the pants are. My lazy rolling jeans. Um, I know my shoes are down there and they're covered in dust from all the sanding and stuff. So I just don't have all my gear together. It's not just that the construction going on. It's that because it's got me in such a turmoil, I don't have anything together, and I don't ride unless I put my gear on. I just don't do it. And besides that, it's been crappy weather. It's been either cold or raining or just crappy weather to the point where there was no way I was getting on the wheel, and also busy. So there's a lot of reasons I'm not riding, but I understand what you mean. He said the comment, Roger, is that Chris Torino says you could be demolishing my whole house and I'll find a way to ride, because I was saying how all this construction and stuff I haven't ridden. He was saying it wouldn't matter. He would
But
still
that
ride.
he's new also, so I don't know about him.
So EUC Vegas Pope says Knight Rider logo is looking cool. uh, your zebra suit. I think he's talking about Don. I guess I must have missed the comment there. um, Roger, Duff, and Marty were riding recently.
This sounds like the start of a joke.
It does. I swear to God. I thought the same thing. I was like, where's the punchline? Oh,
But yeah, so
go ahead.
Duff was not ready for us down here. So people talk about Marty all the time, and they kind of get in their head that he's, I don't know, he's like a slow kind of whatever. But uh, Marty Marty can keep 30 miles per hour like all day long. So for some people that gets really taxing. And the group that went out with us and Duff, um, we were just all flying that day, and and we just wore Duff down until he just he didn't look so happy to be there by the end of it. So Marty actually ended up canceling some rides that were planned, that were actually, because Mount Baldy is just a nice, beautiful winding road up and then down.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that Marty canceled, they would have ended up leaving
They would have
Duff up
murdered
there
him.
on the mountain. Yeah,
he would have been on the side of the road somewhere.
he'd have been hitchhiking from mountain bikers. Just leave the wheel there. It wasn't his wheel anyway. He was borrowing Marty's wheel.
Yeah, he would have said, Marty, you're going to have to come pick up your wheel another time. I'm catching an Uber. You could tell in the live stream they did that, it was a taxing on him. So Gone 420 said, hey, Roger, I've been riding the King songs because it was the first wheel I saw. I started with a 16X, now the S22, but now I want a faster wheel. What do you suggest with all the new wheels?
Well, S22 is pretty freaking fast. I mean, that guy that messaged earlier, the duck status,
Yeah.
I was going 45 and he flew past me on an S22. So
He's
yeah,
got to be really light.
he's pretty light. He was fighting through the tilt back and everything,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, he did it. And but if you want a fast wheel and you want a kind of all around Swiss Army knife of a wheel, and you don't care that much about the range, the Master is still, I'd say, the way to go. But if you want something that V13 is going to be something if they figure out how to get the price at a more realistic spot.
Yeah, that price is crazy. It's painful, crazy. Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, I would agree that there's a lot of wheels to look at. I don't think the V13 is viable simply because of the price. But if you're jumping from a 16X and an S22, I would say, I mean, even the Sherman S, with the speed unlocked, I didn't have it in that category until recently, but now I put it in that category. If you want the high performance speed, I would go with the Master. But if you want the suspension and it has decent speed and the range, the Master doesn't have great range. So the Sherman S is one of the complaints is it doesn't have the range, but it's got the range of a Master. So the Sherman S would be a viable option. So I would say Master, Sherman S, unless you're looking for the top range. Then I would talk about the Master Pro and the V13.
Yeah,
But
we're forgetting the EX30 also, because if I was to buy a wheel right now, I think I'd buy the EX30.
Yeah, we are forgetting about that, and that's basically because nobody has it yet. So yeah. I know I seen the testing videos, but yeah, you're right. The EX30 would probably be the choice. So, all right, we're gonna take that back, and we're gonna say EX30.
Well, it's also the latest and greatest. So
yeah,
I mean, when you get these things coming out, I'm kind of putting the same camp because they look like clones of each other, but one is 136 volts, or 134 volts. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I cut you out there. You were saying which two wheels are you talking about?
The Sherman S and the EX30.
Right.
I'm sorry, no, the Sherman S and the Commander Pro.
Is the Commander Pro? Which suspension is the Commander Pro coming with?
It's really similar to the Sherman S, except for I hear that the adjustments on either side do the same thing, whereas on the Sherman, one is rebound and one is compression.
Hmm.
But regardless, if they're copying, and they both seem to be copying the mountain bike style suspension, then
But
it'll be
are
more
they
than good
made
enough.
by the company? Because I know
No,
Fast Ace or whatever is a
Fast Eight is the Sherman one, but I don't know. Anybody that rides mountain bikes, it's not like a household name. Fast Ace. That's like if you're buying a high end mountain bike from Walmart, it'll have Fast Ace suspension. But so they're
You're
both going to
terrible,
have,
man.
well, I'm just saying, it's
You're,
neither of them
you're
are going to be like the
terrible.
top tier kind of suspension, but they're both going to be plenty good enough.
Okay.
So,
All right.
like, I don't know. The Master, when I bought it, it was horrible, and I had to
Right.
change the block out, and ultimately I got to change out the linkage and all that stuff. But now it's pretty good, but it's still not as good as an S22 as far as suspension goes. But at least it stays as good as it is.
Yeah.
Whereas an S22, you put a couple miles on it, and
Yep.
you got to disassemble it and clean the thing out again.
Yeah. Okay, hang on one second. The reason I was switching is for you, Seth. You said Elf on a Shelf. I don't know if you can. Actually, you may not be able to see him, but over here, we got the gnomes on the shelf. My wife loves gnomes, so right above the fireplace there, we got the gnomes going on. So no Elf on a Shelf, but gnomes for sure.
All
All
right.
right.
So apparently he's true to gnome.
Okay, so Mickey had a question about that God. Is there a risk of overstressing your battery with the God mod?
No,
No, huh? Now,
no, absolutely not. No. So it's like a buffer. So it will take the maximum draw from your battery, which will voltage sag you, and it'll sort of level that out. And braking and all that stuff will go towards charging the capacitors, so it'll level those out. It's like a buffer, like a battery buffer.
okay. So there's your answer, Mickey. Yeah, Nick said better clean up the gear and get ready for the Sherman S Cobra. Yes, the Sherman S is on its way to me, but it's taken a while. It still hasn't left over there, so I know I got a few days, and I believe my basement should be done in the next few days. So uh, at least enough that I can get to my gear and would be able to get my stuff because I'm waiting. He said it's inbound. Yes, I'm waiting. I'm anxious to get that Sherman S so I can take it off road and put something on it. Um, yes, Mickey's review of the V12 is coming next week or V13. Sorry, not V12,
I was
V13.
like, that's a little late.
Yeah, no. Somebody asked if he was doing a review on it. So yes, he has the wheel and he is doing it. So he wanted you to know that his review's coming out next week. Yeah, he's been busy over the holidays. You ain't the only one, buddy. Woo, holidays are crazy. A lot going on. Does the Commander Pro have the same suspension system? He asked the same question I asked. All right, I already asked that question for you.
I don't know. It's
same.
silver in color.
The suspension is
Yeah, that's just
okay.
they call them the stanchions, the tubes.
Yeah.
So silver.
Uh,
It doesn't matter. I'm just talking.
so Michael Henry says, hoping we get super capacitors added to the wheel soon. What do you think of that?
Well, supercapacitors are higher capacity but slower reacting, so you're going to want to have some standard ESRs closer to the main board, and then you could put supercapacitors near the batteries. But I don't know if you've got like monocells, then I don't think the supercapacitors will do much at all.
Yeah, I'm still worried though. I got the Mala cells, but the whole parallel thing um, still concerns me. I mean, the good thing is I don't even ride hard like that. Like you guys ride fast for long periods of time. But I do think about that, and I know that it's a possibility. So and then
Did you ever get somebody to check out your nickel strips in your batteries?
no,
Or do
I
you
did not.
know? Okay, so if you've got a V1
Mm-hmm.
master with the monocells, it takes I don't know like 20 or 30 minutes if you've got the batteries pulled to reinforce all the nickel strips. It just find somebody with we're hundreds of people, tens of thousands of people are watching this Black Cobra. Find somebody local that'll just spot weld a couple nickel strips on there for you. So it's really easy to do, and it really, I mean, mine failed, and a lot of people's failed, and mine failed with the 50 e-packs. So
oh my God, scary!
It's even tougher.
You're scaring me.
I'm just telling you so you stay safe, because that is an actual danger with that wheel. So, although I burnt mine going like up a dam kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I did it a lot.
You did what? Going up the hill a lot?
I was going up and down, and I was escorting people up and back down. It was during Marty's tour. And yeah, it was a fun spot on the Fullerton Dam, or the Fullerton Loop ride. I took everybody on a detour to the dam. I don't know if Marty had gone there before, so.
Oh, see. So you at least you know what you did. Oh, Sumako Artist is the guy who created your logo.
That's the guy.
He's here, so shouts out to you, man. We like the logo. Shouts out. Good job, good job.
EVX says Marty is slow and fun.
Yeah,
I agree.
So Devo says he's getting the EX30 for sure. I think that's what he was gonna say. S22 Pro. I haven't heard that.
I've heard things about it, but I really don't know what it's all about. So it's just when you hear like it's going to be this voltage and that voltage, and the battery boxes are different, the sliders are, it's like, but nobody's actually shown me pictures of anything.
Well, EUC Vibe says he wants to buy a used modded Roger wheel for his next wheel.
I can hook you up with a nice master race wheel.
There you go. And with a lot of pieces.
No, man, I'm saying I get a new one. But yeah, it's just kind of funny. Shalom. Forget the master race. Anyway.
So, how does LeaperChem maximize 100 volt so efficiently? That's competitive with 126 volt and 134 volt. That's a good question. I was wondering that. You have any idea, Roger, how they made that wheel do what it does at 100 volts?
Yeah, it's something called is it phase shifting or something? It's been in the VESC community for a while. Somebody can chime in with the actual term, but it's where you actually take where the pole for the magnet turns on and then back off in the rotation of the motor, and it'll sort of come in sooner and stay on longer, so it'll have a different curve. But anyway, that's not stuff I'm too familiar with, but just enough to make myself sound that much smarter.
Okay, so that's messed up. They said Elf on the Shelf. EUC Vibe said David and Paul are on my show. That's messed up. You guys are messed up. But
they're proud of it, I bet. Yeah.
That makes sense. I was wondering about that myself. I'm like, everybody's talking about 100 volts not enough, and I was on board with that too. I was like, nah, I'm not gonna buy a 100 volt wheel after all these 126, 134. Why would I go backwards? And then
so I still agree with that. So going 100 volt with the phase shift thing, you're going to be making more heat. You're going to be less efficient. You're going to kill your battery that much faster. So hopefully they have it set up to be progressive, so it only kicks in when it's needed. But being that it's a setting you have to turn on in the wheel, that makes me think maybe it's going to always kind of be there when it's on. But I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy they were able to do it. That's for sure. Because I was wondering when they kicked up the speed, I said, "Oh, okay, maybe it is a viable option." Now I know that there's some, a trick to it or whatever. So
that same trick will work with all of our other wheels too. So you get a 55 mile per hour Master Pro. Now all of a sudden it's a 65 mile. Well, I guess it's already a 60 something mile per hour wheel, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, definitely. Pele, thanks, man. I appreciate the super sticker there, or super chat rather. Thank you. Anybody starting an insurance company for us? I don't know yet. I haven't heard. Yeah, he's Devo is asking about the high speed mode. That's what we're talking about, Devo. And I know I'm just throwing things out here, and it happens to be questions that were in the chat. So I'm glad I'm asking them. Um, so Electric Unicycle Adventure says I got new linkage on my Master and Master Pro. Soon, much better, or so much better. I think that's what he's saying. Or no bottoming or topping out. Okay, so I got to put the new linkage on there then. I need the new linkage for mine. I haven't even put, even after all of that, going back and forth with you, Roger, over that shock, I still haven't put the shock on in the linkage that I had. Now they came out with the new linkage, and I'm like, I guess I should use the new linkage with the shock that I bought.
Yep.
So I'm going to jump 2 upgrades at a time then.
Well, the linkage is better,
Yeah.
and just make sure you get one that is supposed to work with the Fox shock, because some people were selling some laser cut ones online that
Yeah.
if you've got the Fox shock, you were going to kind of be screwed. So
Oh. Okay, we'll talk
anyway,
more about that after. So, NYC mom, wife, teacher, Levette. Hello, hello. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate the super chat there. That's Francisco's better half. Yeah. Dawn Champion said, Duff, you still alive? I take it she was on that ride, leaving him behind as well.
yeah, I actually was hanging back for a while. I was for real worried about him, because when your legs get tired and you're going down those hills, you start wobbling, and yeah.
Oh, he's here. Okay, I didn't see that. Duff, what's up? He said Roger was one of the highlights. So, Duff, did you survive? You made it back home? Oh, man. He said, yeah, smash the like button. I definitely. He said, I'm fully recovered. How long did it take you to recover, Duff? Oh, I definitely want to know how long that took, because he seemed on the podcast. I mean, the show that he did with Marty. It seemed like he really was whooped. You guys whooped his ass, and he was very clear about it. So
Yeah, but I was glad he was there.
yeah, well, it's always fun when we get together. Um, so one best says, Roger, have you played around with the P45B Molly cell? Expensive, but it looks like a hell of a cell.
So I just got through buying a whole bunch of P42As, but what I'm more interested in is the P28Bs, the 18650 ones, because if you go with a bunch of those, then for the same weight battery, the current output is going to be so much higher. So I might end up going lithium polymer, or I might do P28Bs for next year. But I don't think I'm going to bother doing the 2170 monocells, whether they're the P42As or Bs next year, just because they're going to be heavy, and I don't know. I'm still trying to decide what wheel I'll be riding next year.
uh, Unless they come up with something better, it looks like you're going to be on the Master again. Oh, EX30.
Well,
I'm sorry, EX30.
I don't know if I'm going to be on an EX30, because the EX30 is going to be pretty heavy. So I would have to be redoing the battery for the EX30 to be lighter, which is what I'm talking about with those 18650s. But at the same time, why wouldn't I just make a little hybrid wheel of some sort? That sounds like fun.
Well, I mean, honestly, your wheel looked like that. When I came over and I'm like, what are you riding? And your wheel looked crazy. Like,
Yeah, it was a little different.
and you had the top off and everything. So to me, it looked like a Frankenstein. I was like, I don't know what he's doing over here, but whatever you were doing, it was working. So I'm sure you'll figure out the same like setup for your EX30. We shall see.
Yeah, I'm actually using 3 of those Molicel batteries for my M10-4 right now. So
3
when I say
Molicel
3
batteries.
packs, 3 of the packs, 3 of the 4 packs from my Master are powering my M10-4.
That's crazy. Well, Mickey says he wants a 45 mile per hour, 67 volt wheel A Z10, anyone? Can I get a witness?
Hmm. It's above my pay
Oh, he needs
grade.
help. I really do need somebody in this area who can do the battery nickel strip thing. So I really am gonna look into it and see if anybody can do it. I don't know anyone in this, like anywhere near me. You guys, anybody in New York who can do this nickel strip reinforcement that I need to have done to my master, let me know, because I definitely want to get it done. Especially now after talking to Roger again, I'm even more worried.
Yeah.
Nick says the Sherman S is a strong 100-volt wheel, extremely capable, great suspension, not outdated at all. It's just not the fastest, nor have the most torque. Don't have to have the most to be great. I agree. It surprised me and shocked me that it does as much as it does. But you know, uh, Kelly says EVX, try washing your mouth out with soap. Oh my god, you guys are nuts.
What did he say? I don't remember him saying anything bad.
Just all that stuff he just said about the 67-volt Z10,
Uh,
45 mile per hour. He was just talking crazy.
it could be done.
Yeah, I was concerned about you, Duff. Definitely. It's good to see you, bro. Who is EVX anyway? Okay, Maribel. You guys are funny. All right, so the M10 games, what can they expect? What can we expect? What do you got planned?
Okay, so there's gonna be the big track, which is a little track. Um, we're gonna have drag races, which I think is idiotic, which means it'll be super fun because we're gonna see people falling down. There's gonna
Wear
be
pillows.
little, maybe I don't know, maybe a parachute would be better, but little challenges of all sorts. Like balance beam sort of stuff and things. So we're still working on exactly how. So I didn't make the little punch cards yet, but there's going to be certain challenges, and you get your ticket punched, and I don't know how it all works, but it seems like Dan and Seth are going to be doing a lot of the heavy lifting behind the scenes because
Yeah,
I'm still
Seth.
working here.
Yeah, Seth will be there, and I want to apologize now. I mean, my busy schedule. I'm so upset. I was supposed to be there as part of the Amp Electric Games team with Seth, but I believe Marty is going to come in and help out as well and help fill in the gap while I'm gone. I really wish I could be there and lend my enthusiasm to the event because it's a great idea. I know it came together last minute and quickly, but I think it's one of those things that it's just a fun idea, and I think if we do enough things, it will be an annual thing that could be really big. Are you going to have an obstacle course? That's what I wanted to ask.
Well, part of the racetrack, there's going to be kind of obstacles in it. It's not going to be like a totally wide open thing. I mean,
Gotcha.
and I don't know. There's obstacles that could be avoided, like if you don't feel like jumping your M10-3 off of a ramp and landing flat on cement, you can go around it, but the way around it is going to be a little bit longer.
Gotcha.
Um, and yeah, I don't know. It would have been nice if we had more time to get together a whole bunch of turtle shells and banana peels and stuff. But
Yeah. and do
sure,
and do a Mario Kart.
Mario Kart style, or at least I bet somebody out there has a big old stockpile of like paintball guns. That would
Oh,
have been good.
that's a good idea.
Yeah,
No,
but
Nerf guns.
Nerf guns are good too.
Because
But
if you do paintball guns, they really hurt up close. So we may not want to do that.
they're
Yeah,
wearing
okay.
gear. So the reason I say paintball would be better is like 3 months from now, you look at that weird stain on your sleeve and you're like, oh yeah, that was awesome. So
Uh, Oh, there's a battery guy in Jersey. Mickey just told me so. That's good. I'm gonna talk to him. Um, good. Okay. Okay. Yeah, send me, text me. My contractor's just leaving. You want to say hi? You're over here.
Well, I'm also a licensed contractor here in California. I
Oh,
got some
he
questions
said
for
he's a
him.
licensed contractor here in California as well. Yeah, he said he might move. You like California a lot. Have a
No,
good
for
night. I'll see you tomorrow,
contractors,
John.
it's the worst place there is.
Is it?
Oh yeah, man, all the regulations. I mean, okay, so you have to get a permit if you touch a drain, even if you're just like doing anything near a bathroom, if you like change a broken sink or whatever, you got to get a permit. It's just so much stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Backsplashes next to electrical outlets and I don't know. So we try to go guerrilla style when we can.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
Well, I know that it's not just there because here's the same thing. My wife gets mad because she's like, "Why? Why do we have to permit for this and permit for that? And you got to pay for this and pay for that?" I'm like, the U.S. I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yep, everybody's got to get a little something in their pockets, and I don't know. They should just be upfront and be like, "Give me $20," and then you don't have to have the headaches of the permits or whatever. Just pay them off.
Yeah. Well,
Oh
that's not
well.
the case. I mean, they do want the money, um, but hey, it is what it is. Oh, Nick says the M10 races are going to be a blast. Can't wait. Now, Nick is somebody who was squatting and sitting on an M10-4. I don't even know how he did that with no seat, no nothing. So he's probably going to have a good time. He's pretty good on an M10. But we'll
Yeah,
see.
but when he's driving here because if he tried to go through the airport, they'd go through the metal detector. They'd find that M10-4 that he sat on. I don't know.
You are so stupid. You
What up,
got
Nick?
problems. You got problems.
But
Yes,
yeah,
like I
so
said, everybody, Marty Backey is gonna be stepping in for me. He'll be co-hosting with Seth, so they'll have some good commentary for you at the M10 games. It should be a lot of fun. Let's see. Kelly and Mickey are going back and forth. I ain't even getting it. So let me ask you a question. You are a big proponent and like you always are riding your M103. I think I heard you say you like the M103 better than the M104. Was that you that said that?
I don't remember saying it, but it's kind of true. Yeah,
And now is it just the tire? Because I feel like
I already switched out to the street tire. It's just I don't know. I've been on that wheel for years, and I
mhm.
can do all kinds of stupid fun things on it. And I try to do the same things on the M104, and I do okay, but it makes me nervous every once in a while. So
Is it the pedals shaped differently than the other pedals? Is that it? You scrape more or what? What do you can you put your
no,
finger
so
on
I
it?
was actually my feet do slip off of those pedals, but my
Yeah.
M103 has so it's got the little tiny pedals, not the big ones from the Nikola like everybody else has. So mine is like the old school style, and I don't know, they feel good for me. I can't put my finger on exactly why it feels better to me because I have adjustable dihedral on the M104 and it's got more power and everything. But I don't know. They're both here at my shop. I ride them both around all the time.
Yeah,
Um,
but you still
I
like the
do like,
M103 better.
yeah, but after the tire change on the M104, put that street tire on, the same one Alien Rides is selling. Oh, by
Yeah.
the way, shout out to Alien Rides because they're now selling the Roger Charger as the Alien Rides Charger. That's cool. They sell
Nice.
the EV adapter as like the Alien Rides EV adapter. They sell the tire that's like the best one for the M104, and I'm not saying it's like wonderful that they're taking all the best ideas, but it does kind of make it easy if you want to get a good charger and an EV adapter and a new tire for your M104.
Yeah.
It's one place, and obviously they pay attention to the community because they're selling the good stuff.
Oh man, I'm glad that we are. I'm sorry, I'm chuckling at the chat, Kelly and Mickey, but I'm glad that not only are they selling the things that we need, but that they're making adjustments. What I like is that we are coming along together. When good things come out, good things that we need, that's why I said innovator in the introduction of you on the cover there, because I the the things that you were telling me, all the ideas that you had about batteries or whatever, but really the charger and the fact that you didn't just, you were talking about it, then you built it, and then you put it out, and then you made some for others, and then you start selling them, and then, things like that. And you always seem to be on the front cutting edge of whatever's going on when it comes to EUCs and the upgrades and what could be possible. And then I hear about this M10 100-volt. I'm like, what? What? I'm like, and I wasn't surprised that you had something to do with it. So I just appreciate the fact that you're having fun and you're bringing us along with you, because that's the important part, I think, is having fun. But let me ask you this: how many times have you fallen and gotten hurt on your EUC?
Let's see. I've gotten hurt once on my birthday this last year. I had a high-speed cutout. Didn't really get hurt. I did kind of the same crash that I did at AVS, where I slid pretty much forever, and I'm like just going down on my wrist guards and checking out the scenery and everything until I stopped. But yeah, that was an power over torque crash. By the way, everybody says everything is a cutout. Almost nothing is a cutout when the wheel cuts out. I had my Sherman cut out going off-road at like 40 miles an hour, and it turned off, and I was able to bring it back up level, but it was already not balancing. It would not come back, and I ended up, after I recovered, I was all happy, and then I just fell over on my butt. So, but yeah, the one that I had on my birthday was the wheel was still balancing when it landed on its face. It only stopped balancing because it was beyond the angle that it keeps balancing. I just I was trying to accelerate a little more than I should have.
What wheel was that?
That was my Master.
Okay.
And the Master, 0 damage. So 0 damage because I held it between my feet as I crashed, and then I let it go after I started sliding. So, but yeah, you crash a few times, you can keep your wits about you as you crash. So, let's see. Then there was there was one where I was maybe a little drunk. So I can think of just a few crashes I've had. So going up to Mount Baldy, it was a night ride down, and the bartender didn't want to put the liquor away. So she instead chose to stick it all in my cup.
Okay.
And I don't like to waste stuff. And it was so hard to drink that. And I just had to like down it because the announcement went that we're leaving. So, I crashed. I think I broke a rib, cracked a rib, lacerated my spleen. I had a hematoma on my kidney, whatever. But
oh my God.
I didn't tell nobody. And I hopped back on my wheel and I flew down the mountain. And only Mike Martins was able to keep up with me. Is he in the chat here?
Oh my God. No, I didn't. No, Mike Martins is not in. Wow.
Well, we were
all that damage and you were still riding fast?
Yeah, I wanted to get to the car.
So. That makes sense.
Yeah. So anyway, I did that, but after a while, like I took a break, and then the whole group was kind of pissed at me for flying down the mountain after that. And they were trying to keep me wrangled in. Yeah, that was. I remember Freddie was there. He was like the biggest mama bear of them all, trying to keep me safe.
Oh Lord.
So, yeah.
Well, Jose Juarez says that Bigode should hire Roger. You want a job?
My Chinese kind of sucks. So.
EUC anyway. Vibe said stealing ideas is the primary EUC business model.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying is Alien Rides is doing a good job of it. and it's not a bad thing. I mean, Kevin's a cool dude, and people asked me when they started selling the same charger, like with the adjustments I made to the charger, um, how I felt about it. And I'm like, that's fine because they're selling it for the same price I sell it for
Right.
without the cable that I sell it with. So
Right.
my saving grace is that cable, which
Yeah.
lets you connect to a master, an S22, Sherman 100 volt, 134 volt, 126 volt, whatever you want to do. It's
Yeah.
all comes with it.
That multi plug is great.
Yeah.
So excuse me. Wilson said, Roger, have you attempted to make your own wheel with parts and shells from other wheels? He said, I bet you can.
Yeah, so I ordered the parts a while back, and I'm still waiting for the parts. It was supposed to be a 100-volt M103, and I have most of the parts back there, except for Austin from Mexico was going to help me out with the VESC controller because it's not released yet, but he has access to it. So it's it's kind of a beta version controller. And I still don't have it, so I'll be on the 100-volt M104.
Well, we'll look forward to whatever you put together, Roger. Sir. I want to see your Frankenstein wheel.
Yeah, this will be a fun little Frankenstein M103 because I don't know if I'm going to use the official case, the shell. I think I want to make my own shell.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. We know you can. Do it. Do it. EUC Vibes said he had 4 cutouts. What's your worst injury, Vibes? EUC Vibes Leech, whatever.
No, I'm saying I bet he didn't have cutouts. I bet he just overleaned or whatever, and I bet it was still balancing up until it went to, and then it turns off.
Well, he said a cutout is when you are going uphill on 30% battery on a Z10 trying to keep up with a Sherman.
That'll happen.
Okay, that'll happen. The Roger EUC coming soon. It's going to happen, people. It's going to happen.
I guess if it comes out good, I might consider selling it. But whatever happened to like the what was that, the Rosaro wheel, or what was that it was supposed to be like some sort of super 84-volt wheel with easy tire changes and the one headlight in front, and you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that thing is
I'm trying to think of the name of it.
I don't know, too much radio silence on that right now.
Was it the ratio wheel or something?
Something like that.
Yeah, and it never did come out. You're right. Now that you mention it, I was waiting for it. I thought it was going to be a big deal, and it didn't come out. So, I got company.
The puppy. But yeah, I am thinking that this is not the real Kelly Chameleon. So what do we do about that?
Oh, you think it's not?
No. So Kelly Chameleon is pretty cool. I hung out with her a little while ago, and either this Kelly has been drinking or it's not the real Kelly.
Well, Kelly's really cool, but Kelly, she's sharp-witted, so I could see her talking shit. So it could be. Who knows? I'll check with her later.
No, see, it says that she had a couple glasses of wine. So.
There you go. There you go.
A student of human nature.
Yes, you did catch that. Had a few wines. So, Roger, what are you looking forward to the most for the M10 games?
It's always the same thing, man. It's always the people. Wait, I want to ask. Okay, Kelly, what do you do for a living? You've got 10 seconds.
What do you do for a living, Kelly? He's testing you. He don't think it's you.
Yeah. But yeah, man, we got people from all over, and it's like, I don't know, the best people that do this stuff out here. I mean, we got Wheelie Brady coming all the way in from New York to help set things up and ride.
Yep.
Ron Lyons coming down. He just asked me if we could ride tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that is not true. She's not a firefighter. Ooh, busted. Bummer.
Okay. Anyway, well, I can tell you that I'm looking forward to seeing the coverage of it. I'm looking forward to everybody being able to ride the M10s. Now, is is it a real thing where you can't ride anything but an M10, or is it just small wheels?
Well, I was thinking about that because a couple of people are coming down, and I told them bring your 14Ds, but I
Uh,
don't know. There's
that's
nothing
cheating.
smaller I could think of. That's too
That,
big, right?
it's too big. I think it's got to be M10. Listen, you could get an M10 2, an M10 3, an M10 4.
Well, good luck getting an M10 too,
I only
but
know
the
one
M10
person who has
threes and
one.
fours. Yep, that would be Sam. Sam, who just had his master explode, by the way.
Oh, no way.
High speed cutout. I think he broke a finger.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah,
Oh,
we all got lots of fingers.
he's got more. Don't worry about it. Is that what you're saying?
I
All
don't
right.
know. But yeah,
So
you get the people with the broken arms and wrists and whatever. It's like, hey, you don't need
yeah.
those things to ride.
So people do me a favor and go ahead and hit the like button on this one. And the first part of it. This is part 2. If you can go and do that. And also, I want you guys to check out Roger's channel. If you haven't already, I'm gonna pop that up real quick. I think I put it up once, but I'm gonna put it up again so you guys can check it out. This is Roger Hajali, of course, and he is. He doesn't do a whole lot of posting. He does more writing than he does posting, but you can see Raj Hodge here on YouTube. Oh wait, is this the Instagram? I may have the wrong one
That
up.
looks like my Instagram. By the
Yeah,
way,
that's
shout
his.
out to Evie's, who
There we
is
go.
my sponsor. And
There we go.
so at the crashes, all the people that destroyed their wheels at AVS, Bigode said, let us know. We'll send you parts.
Yep.
So going back to Kevin at Alien Rides again, he did all the legwork and communication and everything to get all that stuff going. And my parts showed up, I think, last week.
Nice.
But Evie's, like, I don't know if they overnighted it, but within like a day or two, I told them all the parts I needed, and they were here at my shop. So, yeah, the only thing is, I think I've never damaged a motor before, but my motor was actually bent. So everything's
Ooh.
working okay, but the motor has a little bit of a wonkiness to it. So I didn't know that. It didn't work before. Now I know.
Well, you might want to reach out and say, "Hey, I need a motor." See what they say.
Yeah, I guess
Hey,
I could do that.
why not? It got damaged in the race, so
That's
they
true.
said they were covering all parts. Let's see how true to their word they are. Let's see. So
Okay, Cobra, thank you for the pep talk. I'll do that.
so this is his YouTube here, Roger EUC. Somebody asked how he came up with the name, but I think I got an idea. You you can see him on YouTube here, and then he's Raj Hodge on IG. You can catch him there too. So if you guys get a chance, check him out on IG, check him out on YouTube, and continue watching all the stuff that Roger's gonna do because he's definitely a student of innovation, I guess. I don't think you can stop, Roger, if you wanted to. I think when you see something, you're like, I wonder if I could do this. I wonder if that's you, right?
Well, I see the things that can be made better or that are standing in my way, and I will remove them and I will practice, and I enjoy it. It's fun.
Yeah. Well,
So
I'm glad that I'm able to observe what you're doing because half of the stuff I wouldn't try. Getting a 117 on AVS ain't ever happening for me. Um, there's no way. I'm too heavy and I don't have that courage to cut those corners like you guys were. But I appreciate watching you race. I appreciate now you say you were relaxed at AVS, but I felt like you're always relaxed when you're racing.
mhm.
Maybe it's the look on your face. Maybe it's your nonchalant attitude that you're just like, but you kind of go into things and you always look relaxed, but then you're flying.
If
going.
you're a friend of mine and you're on that long straightaway, I'm going to make eye contact with you and wave and say hi as I go by. So that's just me.
Well, I can tell you again, I enjoy watching you. I'm glad you're doing what you're doing. I hope you keep up doing what you're doing. I'm sure you will. Um, the nickel strip thing, I'm gonna try and reach out to Mickey and talk to his battery guy and get him to do that. I still need those new linkages. I'm gonna use that Fox Shock with the new linkages. So I got to get one of those. And again, I'll be using your charger as soon as I unpack the basement and get my stuff up and running. But I hope that we continue to benefit from your ingenuity, Roger.
Okay.
Because
I'll try to cut some extra linkages for you then, Cobra.
oh, you're making them too. Oh, okay. Yes.
I've been making them and selling them locally. I think I've only shipped out a couple of them for the people that whined the most. That's Ron Lyon specifically.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Thank you. I'd appreciate it. Because I'm like I didn't even get a chance to put the other ones on, and now there's newer, better ones. Like I
Yeah.
guess it
Well,
wasn't
I've been
meant to
doing the
be.
new ones, and I edited them for the Fox Shock to work out just fine. And
Perfect.
but yeah, all the let's see. I gave Marty a set, Mike Martins and Ron and Don, and I don't know. Let's see, Flyboy from San Diego.
Okay.
But yeah, I've probably given out 10 sets or so. Not too many.
Lovely. Well, I
Maybe
would
more than
definitely
that.
love a set because I definitely want to because I got to paint mine. Mine is still beat up from at Amped Electric Games when I let Jonah ride it and Jonah dropped my master and broke my tail, the back piece, the bumper, and the light. And so I got a new light, not the one I want, but I do have a new light cover. I got to put that on, put the shocks on, and it's all messed up. So I got to redo it. So I'm looking forward to putting all those things together, including the linkage, and then I'll be happy. So, is there anything you want to share before we go, Roger? Because this is the opportunity. All your fans are listening.
I don't know if I have fans. Anyway, it's just it's fun to ride, and if you come out to SoCal, just reach out to me or Marty or any of the gang down here, and we'll make sure we show you a good time. It's always fun to take new people up Mount Baldy, or if you're an off-roader, Mount Wilson or the Fullerton Loop. So many good rides out here. If you want to do one of Marty's 100-mile rides, you could do that. I've joined quite a few of them, but it's
Yeah.
just for the camaraderie. That's not like a ride, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But you know,
No,
they're still good. I
I
could
do
say
want
whatever I want because Marty's at the movies right now.
to. Well, he'll watch it back, and I'm sure he'll have a comment for you. But shouts out to Marty. Hope you're enjoying the movie. He's probably seeing what is it? What's the new one there?
Avatar 2, but I don't think that's what he's seeing.
No, no.
No, because we asked him and he didn't say what it was.
Oh, yeah. Avatar 2 is a really good movie. I enjoyed it. But well, wifey fell asleep, so there's that.
Well, yeah, is the first one was 3 hours. Is the
They're
second
both.
one like that?
Yeah, 3 hours
Yeah.
also. Very long, and it was honestly it seemed like it was a couple movies in there. Like because it's that long, they did it goes through parts, and I enjoy it because I enjoy the storytelling, and I enjoy the look of the movie and all that they put into it. So to me, I was loving it. My two daughters loved it. My wife, she passed out. But I would encourage people to see it. I enjoyed it, that's for
I
sure.
get it. But yeah, you're
All right,
supposed
so
to drop the roofie towards the end of the movie.
yeah, yeah, I know. I did it too soon, too soon. So, all right. So there's a lot of comments I missed here, but I think I'm gonna wrap it up. My family's held hostage upstairs. They're not coming down because we're still doing this, and they don't want to be in the background. So I'm gonna wrap it up. And unless there's something else you wanted to share before you go, you got any closing words here, Roger?
I have no words whatsoever. I'm a man of very few words. No, but thank you very much for doing this, and it's always fun to watch your show. And all the people that join in late, do what I do: rewind to the beginning and then put it at 1.5 speed. and then you can start commenting once you catch up.
uh, you always kill me, Roger. You always have something to say. I think your mind works just a little differently. You always have something interesting to say. Because I never would have thought of that.
That's what I do.
uh, oh, so Maribel says that's really Kelly though.
Yeah, right.
It's Kelly the
Which
firefighter.
which makes me wonder, is that really Maribel? Mm. Somebody also posted that that might not really be the Black Cobra. That's
Yeah,
on this
no,
live stream.
it's not. It's not. It's somebody else.
Mm.
Oh, well, we have 52 people at the time, and I really appreciate you guys coming out and checking it out. I have fun doing these. I really do. And like you said, I really enjoy the people that jump in the comment section and have wonderful things to say. Mickey says he loved riding with the Night Riders. So he wanted to say that before we go.
Oh yeah, he was a blast to hang out with for sure.
Yeah. He's great to hang out with. Although he thinks New York has the best pizza, I don't know. But not that he's eating it right now. He's on a health kick. So, yeah. Oh, and I didn't even think of it. Oh man, I have my Night Rider gear, and I think it's downstairs also. I should have had on my Night Rider shirt today. I got my gear. I'm an honorary Night Rider. So I got my gear before I left. And I definitely should have had that on. But anyway, it was nice talking to you, Roger. And I'm sure we'll talk again because there's always something in the world of EUC to talk about. I look forward to seeing the videos that you make out there. I know you'll have a hell of a time hosting everybody at your facility there for the M10 games. I hope that it's as crazy as I feel like it can be. I feel like with all of you guys there to make it exciting, I think that you can make the courses quirky and the competition's amazing and it's just another opportunity for us to get together and have fun. So I'm upset.
I just have to let EVX know he's not gonna smoke Don. Just he put that in there.
Oh,
maybe that's the fake EVX. I don't know, but
yeah, no, yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen, Mickey. Don is something else. Yeah, vibes that I put my money on Don. Don't sleep. If you watch those videos where Maribel and Don are racing, Don's right there, and I'm slow. Whatever, Don, you are not slow. She's not slow, and she's fearless.
give her a loaf of banana bread from Zach, and we'll see what happens. Then EVX will have a chance.
Kelly said EVX is slow. The fake Kelly firefighter.
No, but Mickey's another one of those riders where whatever he's doing, he looks relaxed while he's doing it. So
yeah. No, Mickey can ride. I mean, he talks a lot of crap just trying to be funny, but Mickey can ride, people, whether you realize it or not. Oh yeah, he said it would have been nice to see his art on Black Cobra. Hey, don't worry, I got a shirt, a sweatshirt, and a hat, all with the logo on it. So I'll be rocking it at some time later. You'll see your art on here because I definitely like to show it off. So that's for sure. All right, man, I'm gonna wrap it up, buddy. You have a good night. Thank you very much for even with my time snafu.
Oh yeah, wait, let me just fill everybody in on that. So Black Cobra, he says I'm starting it at 7:30 my time, so that's going to be 5:30 your time. And I'm like, he's the East Coast, right? I'm West Coast. That would make it 4:30, but we'll just roll with it. So anyway, I sent him the little message, and the little tagline after was "You're lucky you're pretty."
I'm telling you, when he said it, I go, oh wait, it is 3 hours, not 2 hours. I don't know how I was calculating. But he made it work. He got out of working a little early so he could set up and make sure he could be on the show. So I really appreciate it, man. And I thank everybody for jumping in. whether it's the real everybody or the fake everybody or the drinking everybody. I know that you're all here in spirit, whether it's really you or not. And I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the love. You guys are great. You guys have a great night. And hope all of you watch the M10 games. If you're not going to go, you're not going to be there on Saturday. I hope you're going to be watching the coverage because Amped Electric Games channel is going to have coverage. And I'll definitely be tuning in. So, Roger, hey, have fun. Listen, I would say don't fall, but it's racing M10s. You gonna fall.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of cameras, and there's going to be a lot of things these cameras are going to catch. So, yeah. If you come in, make sure you're wearing your pads. That's all I have to say.
Wear pillows. That's what I think. You should wear pillows.
Good work.
All right, guys. Have a good night.